I use rigs solely designed to get carp out from generally weedy or snaggy situations, and I said before about finesse. The rigs that I use are the strongest I can use and ones with the greatest hooking ability. Sometimes that can work against me because I might get more takes using finer tackle, but I don't want to lose fish. If I hook a fish, I want the rig to work and I want to get the fish in, and that's what I gear my approach around. This rig I'm showing now is my basic bottom weight rig that I tend to use for 90% of my bottom bait fishing. It's a blowback rig with a curved shank hook, bit of shrink tube on the eye, simple knotless knot with a ring on the shank, which gives it that much more movement. Lead release, I always use some form of lead release. As I said before, most of my fishing is in weedy waters, and getting rid of the lead is a huge advantage to getting fish out. Basically, as soon as I get a take, I want the lead to be off. And I use several methods. The easiest method that everybody will know is the lead clip. This is a setup I'm holding now. That works generally all the time. You can fish at long range with it, and it dumps the lead quite often on the take. Where you pick the rod up, the lead is gone, and that in turn brings the fish up to the top, hopefully above the weed, and it gives you a big advantage in getting the fish out. So first of all, I've got a length of lead core, sometimes 5-6 foot, generally about 4 foot of lead core. This pins my line down on the bottom. It gives me the best concealment for my end tackle. It's also very abrasive resistant, very strong. And when you're fishing near to snags or sharp muscle or even the weed itself, it gives you that much more strength in your tackle arrangement. Onto the lead clip, and then 25-pound hook link, a bit of putty on to sink it. Generally I use my hook links very short. The big fish, I think, short hook links is the way with big fish. That's the way I've always brought up. And also in the weed, a lot of the spots I'm fishing in the weed are very small. And whilst the lead hits hard on the bottom and gives you that donk, I want to ensure that my hook link is in that same area. So I keep my hook link short, generally 5 to 6 inches. Then onto the bait. I've got a bit of plastic corn on there just solely for visibility really, and a barrel hook bait. And the barrel hook bait is just an edge I've always used. I think it gives you a lot of, it's something different for fish. Barrel hook baits are something they're not seeing all the time. And I just think with this blowback rig, it gives them something that's harder to eject, coupled with the blowback system and the curved hook and the barrel bait. I think all of that ensure that when a fish picks up the bait, it's going to get hooked. Strong hook again, and a hook that can really take the punishment really. Again, size 8, decent size hook, and a system that really works for me. I don't lose many fish by hook pulls, and I gauge when I hook a fish and I get it in. The first thing you obviously see is the hook hold. With this rig, I know the hook holds I get are the best, and that's all I gauge a rig on, is how good the hook hold is, and I think that's the ultimate test for anybody.